The new channel. See the new. The new channel. See the new. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome! Good morning! Maray na aga. Magandang umaga. Welcome to the new channel. This is Jesse Francis Rebustillo, your host. Welcome to the HR Hotline. If you notice, I'm a little Yes, as I was trying to mention, last time I was a little bit stressed and I was using my phone because of connectivity. And this is actually our problem now that we are working at home. Again, before I continue, I would like to thank the Lord that because of my prayers, we have good connectivity now. And I would like to thank the Lord that I met Lloyd, the founder and the executive producer of this show. I am a retiree. I retired 3 years ago from the Philippine Daily Inquirer, but I am transitioning fast into the new normal, and one of those that really pushed me is Mr. Lloyd Luna. And of course, the co-founder, Apple. So I wasn't able to thank them in our launching last Tuesday, but I would like to thank them now. But of course, I would like to thank Izagani Alcantara of Will Dezena for one of the sponsors of this live stream. Will Dezena is a construction firm in Quezon City. I just hope that they're back to normal. And of course, I would like to thank Clink of Manila Times. They are our media partner. And I have friends who are helping me post and share. Maribel of Cofral. Of course, they will sponsor me later on. The owners of Algon, June and Cel. I know Cel texted me earlier. She already shared the link, and I'm very sure. Welcome for all those friends ni Cel. And of course, ang aking best friend and my stylist and my siya lang ang nakakapagpuna sa akin, si Miss Femery Cabanta. Okay. Welcome to my PMAP friends. Ang nakalimutan ko kayo i-greet last time. So, PMAP is People Management Association of the Philippines. I also invited a lot, and of course, they're watching us now kasi ang ating special guest is actually, sasabihin ko mamaya, very dear to PMAP. Welcome to my ECOP, that is the Employer Confederations of the Philippines friends. Yesterday and then tomorrow and come next week, I had a webinar in ECOP, which is actually managing work from home employees and those in alternative working arrangement. And I had 31, and it was fun. I told them if it is face to face, it will be more fun. But I was trying to make it engaging. So I missed PMAP's GMM yesterday. I'm supposed to be the moderator, but it's okay. There will be time for that sa tamang panahon. And of course, I would like to greet also my PSTD friends. I am currently now the chairman of the Philippine Society for Talent and Development. And I'm very sure the president, John, is watching. And my friends, si Maricel, si Olin, si Eleli. So, yun nga, it's so nice with this new platform kasi it is so engaging. Uh, since these are all in your gadgets, then this is lunchtime. My only competitor is actually the TV. What we can do is while you're having lunch, we can ask friends to share and share. And what is wonderful is after this, if you missed it, you can share it as a recording. So it's so nice. So I'm so happy that I am in this new platform that we are in now. I used to have a radio program when I was with Inquirer. That was in the afternoon of Sundays. That was the extension of Job Market Online. So for those who can still remember it, the ones that were posted in the Job Market of Inquirer, I had it in Radio Inquirer before. I miss it for a time, so I'm back. I'm back on air, and I love it. The only thing that changed, my voice. If you notice it, tumanda na po. Tumanda na eh. When you're getting older, I don't know, nag-change yung bosses. So we still have around 5 minutes, and it's supposed to be on the first segment, which is the HR insights. So this time, I'm going to carry my trainer hat, which I've been doing. I started teaching when I was 20 years old in Letran. Sana pala yung mga estudyante ko sa Letran can watch this and they will reminisce the time that we were already enjoying my classes in Letran. So I will start. This is HR Hotline. So let us try to go back. What is really HR? Human resource. But usually it is a misnomer, but we used to refer it now to the department or to the person that takes charge of the human resource in company. Now, if you're going to ask me, what is the definition? Or this is for all who are not in HR, or maybe you're in HR. There is a lengthy definition of HR. So it's a function of money. It's a function of management. So that means that if there is no HR in any organization, pilay ka. Kasi HR is a function of management. Just like finance, just like operations, and just like marketing. It is concerned in promoting and enhancing work effectiveness. Ito nagkakamali tayo kasi ang akala natin ng HR, it's going to DOLE, it's the, of course, yes, it's going to SSS, it's trying to discipline people, yes. Pero actually, the owner of productivity is HR. Yung kaya nag-performance evaluation, if you're a little bit sophisticated, ito na yung tinasabi nating yung, what do you call this, performance management. And performance management is productivity. So you have to work side by side with people in operations because the owner of productivity is HR. You promote and enhance the work effectiveness and advancement of the HR in the organization, advancement of the human resource, and that is talent management, which includes your boss down to the messenger. So you are in charge of the productivity and then the engagement and then the development. So let us go as fast as we can with what is in the talent management. So you are in charge of the planning. Of course, you are a leader, organizing and directing of what you're going to promote, the human resource. So just example right now, if they are working at home or you are in an arrangement, alternative arrangement, you have to work side by side with the managers how to plan, how to make sure that you have the policies and then the guides on how you're going to do it. But in general, so what do you do? Acquisition. Acquisition now is from the sourcing down to onboarding. You are in charge of that. And then that will be difficult now. I am very sure a lot of us is on the other end. We're now trying to streamline. We're now trying to retrench, which is so sad. Then we also have the development. The more that we are needed because we are now working remotely, we are working on a distance. So dapat turuan. Turuan natin yung mga medyo hindi marunong. Ako hindi marunong. Tinuturuan ko sa and motivation. And that is the most difficult. How you're going to motivate people now that they're working from home. And then, of course, the goals of the enterprise must always be at the back of your mind. So, yan muna ang insights na i-discuss ko sa inyo kasi we only have around 2 minutes and then after that, we'll have a break and then I'll introduce to you the second segment which is the interview for best practices. But let me introduce, kaya you have to listen to me, tune in again, watch me on Saturday. Because what I'm supposed to discuss yun, hindi natin naabutan ngayon. I would like to discuss with you what I have been mentioning when I do in PMAP, yung essentials in human resources. One module is actually on competencies. Mabuti hindi natin naabutan. Kasi what I'm going to share with you on Saturday will be the competencies that were actually endorsed to us by the HR guru, si Mr. Ulrich, Dave Ulrich. I met him when I was president of PMAP. We invited Ulrich. We spent a little for that. And he came here live. And then so I was one of those lucky that I was able to listen from him what I'm going to share on Saturday. At ang yung una lang, parang patikim. We have 1 minute. Credible activist. The competency that we need most now. HR people, managers. Hello, Gloria Bacon. Hello, Rhoda, you're listening. Nako, marami ang mga friends ko nag-listen. Ano yung sinasabi ko? Patikim. Credible activist. Not you are an activist on the street. Activists here that they can feel you, that they can see that you are doing things. And it's credible. The most that is what is difficult now is people must feel you and must see, believe in you. The word is actually trust. Oh, patikim yun ha. So tune in on Saturday lunchtime. That will be the insight. So can I ask my friend Lloyd to give us the break for the first 15 minutes? Oh, wonderful. I'm now learning the flow of the stream. Okay. Okay. So you can now see our special guest. Let me introduce to you our special guest. Okay, I'll do it fast. She has 44 years in people management. She's actually a certified mediator. Mediator. She has been with PMAP when I was still so young. So I used to call her Loy. Then later on, I called her Tita. Now I'm calling her President Lloyd. Ladies and gentlemen, from Apari Tulo, because I shared this to the PMAP chapters, this is my gift to you. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, graciosang graciosa. Alam mo ang masasabi ko sa inyo? Gave me a minute to introduce to her. I saw her dun sa pinakamababa. There was a time na we were, this is not morbid, but I will share it with you. We were in a chapel, and a dear friend of ours is actually laying in state. Ako, the true Jesse, na ako, I was crying, ngarag, and everything. But Tita Loy was very grateful, like a ballet dancer, and assuring me that everything will be all right. Now, she is the president in these challenging times, the president of more than 1,500 membership. If you include the chapters, more than 5,000 membership of the People Management Association of the Philippines. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Louisa Echevarria. Yan. Hello, Ma'am Loy.
A pleasant afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Okay, I am so glad that you are here as my special guest. This is still the inaugural week, and I will not really make it. Will should be that in the inaugural week the president of PMAP should be here because this is HR hotline. Allow me because I told the executive producer of the show that at the end, we will try always to thank PMAP, the association, and allow me to use the logo at the end because, in fact, almost all the guests here will be coming from PMAP because HR nga, HR nga. Please. Okay. So the topic actually now will be the roles and competencies of human resource persons in these challenging times. So, Tita Loy, can you share with us at this time what are the competencies needed or what should be the competencies that HR people should focus in this time? Ay, teka muna, 1 minute. Baka hindi na alam nila yung anong time. Yung time that we are on a lockdown, we are on a quarantine, and then we are on special arrangements. So given na yon. So President Loy, ano po ang competencies na dapat i-manifest nila? Manifest nila.
Well, siguro to start with, aside from our essential competencies na dapat meron ang bawat HR practitioner like being a role model, sabi nga walk the talk, HR subject matter expert, good collaborator, business, dapat you have business acumen, good communicator, and you should be human sponge, and you should be a visionary. But in these critical times, we must also have critical competencies. Ang ano natin dito, kailangan we must have a strong leadership. We should be able to sell a vision and drive change. We have to work with our peers, Organizational change must be understood and embraced at all levels, top to bottom yan. At pangalawa, we must have the ability to redesign the organization dahil maraming pagbabagong nangyayari. Structure and practices must be driven by business strategy and future market needs. Kung mapapansin po ninyo, ibang-iba na ngayon. Things change. The future is about business alignment and transparency. HR must be fully integrated with all the organizational practices. If you do not transform now, while we are in this crisis, your company will struggle, no, in the way they do business in the future. So that is very important. And we must also have the ability to build a resilient and engaged company culture. Expectations
Okay.
should be set so that the change is the new normal.
Oh,
And of course, communication, continuous communication is very important. We must also have the ability to get contributions and commitments from our people. Uh, pe- Employees must feel that they are contributing to the growth and advancement of the company. And we in HR should support employee engagement processes, not only because it leads to employee satisfaction, but also because it means better organizational performance. And we must also have the ability to create a learning environment, in the workplace, to be able to adapt to the new competency requirements, change driven, the need for individuals and teams to learn and adapt to new competencies, to support new competency development, but should be directly linked with higher employee engagement. Importante po talaga na we keep our people engaged sa ganitong panahon. And ability to develop strategic people analytics and workforce planning abilities. HR must be able to predict workforce trends and target top talent. The winning combination for a strategic evaluation and restructuring of the company involves not only our people, but also technology. And last
wow.
but not least, we must have the ability to rethink HR systems, tools, and methods using appropriate technology. Reality, technology has touched every facet of HR's traditional roles. Therefore, HR must adapt HR processes in a way that effectively supports the implementation of company's strategy. We need to be innovative. We need to maximize the use of technology.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Alam mo, listening to you, parang this is nag-land state, para bang kausap mo, nanay. So talagang very presidentiable, di ba? Parang, so for all those who are in HR, parang kumakain ka ngayon, nakikinig ka sa nanay mo na nagbibigay ng advice. So what I got from you po ay, one, we have to be change champion. So everybody, thank you for mentioning that. We have to be change champion. And change champion, dapat mag-umpisa yan sa'yo. Ang mahirap nun, we are trying to impose change, but deep inside us, yung mindset natin hindi nag-change. The other one is we have to be technology integrator. Di ba? Eh, mahirap yun. If you are just involved in the HR uh, tasks. Tapos ngayon, you're na working at home, you're na work up to work with your IT and make sure that everybody understands. And then analytic designer also. Kasi sabi ni Mang Loy, sinabi niya na ni President Loy, sabi niya, you have to review and redesign. Of course, I mentioned that in my webinar yesterday. And we can have that as a topic na yung sinasabi natin na woe to you kung pre-COVID, you are not yet competency-based. Kasi ngayon, you have to go back to your JDs and review your organizational design and then the JDs, the job descriptions. Ano pa yon? Culture and change champion ka rin dapat. Kasi that is the most difficult now that you are working in a distance. And the other one is yung L and V. So, thank you a lot if you notice it. Nag-effort po si President Loy because as I was looking, she was reading So that means what you're listening is actually well thought of and prepared. Okay. Ma'am Loy, can I see you now? So can we go now to given that time, given the binigay mo sa amin the competencies. By the way, for those who are listening, competencies kaya sinasabi ni President Loy, ability, capability, competencies po. This is your knowledge, skills, and attitude, or attitude, skills, and knowledge, or skills, knowledge, attitude. Basta yung tatlo na yon. That is your ability. Kaya sinasabi niya parati, your ability to communicate, your ability to design. Now, so very good for those who are listening now, especially yung mga, even if you are a CHRO or if you're a manager, it's nice that you have to be reminded, because sometimes with the full gamut of what we're doing, sometimes a president like Ma'am Loy should remind us of nung mga iba pang nating gagawin. Kasi multifaceted nga tayo. Multidimensional thinker. Sinasabi niyan kanina, ngayon ko lang na-realize yun. That we must have that ability to think. Naku, yun yung sinabi, magiging ano ka talaga niyan. Diyos ko, baka maging may mental health ka niyan. Marami kang pag-iisipin, ang daming roles. Okay, talking about roles, can you tell us, President Loy, so based from the competency, so ano na ang mga roles ng HR ngayon? Can you unmute yourself? Hindi po naririnig si Ma'am Loy. Unmute yourself po. Yes,
Alright.
yes. So roles. Let's talk about roles.
Actually, the roles of HR, first and foremost, going back to the new normal, no? First, we have to evaluate how our organization adjusts to the new normal. First, the organization, and we must do that because we are the closest partner of the big guy up there. So we need to create an action plan and send to all employees. We have to communicate effectively all informations of on when to stay home and when to report. But at this point in time, there are different stages. Talk about office policy. We have to review our office policies. No? So these are just some of our roles. And instead, this is something very serious. We have to evaluate very carefully. Are we laying off people or what? Instead of laying off, we need to explore ways to optimize the workforce for exceptional and key talent, or if possible, by finding new roles or deploying existing resources to boost team morale and feel more secure as far our employees are concerned. Sa kapanahon ng ito, halos lahat ng mga empleyado natin na insecure of losing their jobs. And we have to keep again and again our employees engaged. Continue to develop team building programs. Marami tayong magagawa. One example is even virtual lang, group fitness activities like what we did in our wellness celebration yesterday. Online coffee bonding sessions. Pwede rin, hindi naman kailangan magkakasama, no? You need not to be there together, but you can do it. Offer well-being, mental health, and care resources that employees can take advantage of. And we need to be proactive instead of reactive. We need to pulse our employees to help us implement new solutions or improve the different processes. We need to be open, very open to feedback, and keep all lines of communication open. And of course, how can employees adjust? Ito, ano rin natin to, trabaho rin natin to. Paano ba natin sila tutulungan mag-adjust? Well, some are working from home, no? We have to encourage them to separate their workplace from the rest of their home. or their house, even a bit, no? It could make them their work time a lot more productive. And of course, we have to encourage them to be transparent if they are encountering problems. And we encourage them to keep in mind that this is a new experience. Bago ito. For not only for few, but for many. And we need to be forgiving, Jessie, ha? As we all go to this adjustment period, and this is new kind of work day. Kailangan po maging pasensya tayo. After all, patience is a virtue. And may I share, Jessie, past President Jessie, the 5 stages of new normal? Okay, related po ito. Because of the disruptions of COVID-19, lahat tayo napraning. We were not, kumaga sa no, was not only alarmed, but also brought us to a lot of changes and areas to navigate. Lumawak, dumami. No? So, very critical ang role nating taga-HR. Alam po ninyo, nasa balikat natin ngayon ang pinakamabigat na task to lead the organization through its transition and in facing the challenges fall on the shoulder of all of us HR.
Wow, wow, wow.
This is unfamiliar territory, my dear friends. Bago po ito ngayon, no? So, maraming adjustment. So, the 5 stages. We first react. We need to react immediately. Reaction of the organization to COVID-19 now is on business continuity. Ito yung the most, sabihin na natin, most of us pass na ito. Nakaraos na tayo dito sa first stage na ito, wherein we are adjusting to the COVID situation. Yung mga lockdowns, no? But I would encourage everyone to please collect feedback, get feedbacks from your employees, constant getting feedbacks. And the number two, plan to return. Nako po, this is where many organizations are now preparing to return to some parang pre-COVID. Gusto natin bumalik dahan-dahan doon. Most prominent priorities are employees' readiness to return. Ready na ba talaga sila? No? Physically and psychologically. Or whether to return at all. Because there were some employees takot na takot nang bumalik sa trabaho. Work on compliance issues. So, again, we need to make our people feel secure, comfortable. Ano ang kailangan ngayon? Na safe sila by having the protective, no? Necessary protection like the PPEs, no? And sabi nga natin, sanitizing protocols should be observed strictly. And number 3, initial return. Yung isa, plano pa lang. Ngayon, initial return na. Many organizations are going through now or are fearing to the initial return to the business. This stage, of course, we've been hoping and waiting for. Ito yung gusto natin para umikot na yung ekonomiya natin. Kumita na tayo. No? This differ from organization to organization, my dear friends. Depende po ito sa inyong organisasyon and team to team. No? Returning to on-site work. Depende po yan sa pangangailangan din ninyo, adjustment ninyo. Health and safety protocols should be on top of the mind. Organizations whose business operations have shifted, such as financial services, healthcare, and retail, they face massive workforce reskilling. Marami pong dapat i-upgrade doon sa kanilang mga skills. Or, dagdagan yung mga skills nila. Challenges even in hiring of new talent. So, ang kailangan po natin, management should acknowledge in-time feedback. Again, in-time feedback when it comes to health and safety concerns of our employees. And number 4, scaling up. The most challenging stage that organizations and employees has to face, because you will be struggling with balancing old habits with the new ones. We need to create new necessary norms. Ano po nga natin dito, para tayong naghihilahan sa old and the new. Nagkakaroon ng tug of war. No? Workforce training, people leader development is the key. Yan po ang susi. This is an opportunity to reshape their culture, our culture, and increase virtual connectedness and sense of humility. Palagi.
What is the last one?
And is now. Very normal. Final organizations aspire. Lahat yan ang gusto natin. Normal na. Okay, new normal. Organizations must acknowledge that some of the employees' experiences they've delivered in the past will no longer be relevant. New and adjusted moments that matter will appear, such as new online, sabihin na natin na safety protocols and augmented hiring and even onboarding of employees. Yung mga practices natin magbabago na. The dramatic experiences of many employees over the past few months will change their expectations. My dear friends, the unknown and uncertainty of what to come is precisely why employee experiences management is so valuable. It's all about continuous learning. Huwag po tayong magsawa, matuto to adjust to the new norm. Back to you, Past President Jesse.
Okay. So can we have President Loy again? Can I see the screen of President Loy? Yes. Oh, thank you very much for sharing with us the 5 stages of going back, of transitioning to the new normal. But before we continue, can we have the break now? Lloyd, can we have the Lloyd, please? Can we have the break? Oh yes, before the break, Ma'am Loy, President Loy, was mentioning the the big roles of HR. Totoo yun. Dapat, alam mo, gathered with that lengthy advice and discussion, lead. Kung tingnan mo, ang role natin ngayon is to be a leader. HR leadership. Ang mahirap niyan, if you don't have the confidence, the capacity, the capability of being a leader of the organization now. Dapat you must be able to do everything that was given to us by President Loy. And then in the last portion of her uh, explanation, yung going back, na returning back, importante yon. And then the returning back, you have to be capable, you have to be trusted, you have to be credible, because people are still scared, your workers are still scared, and some are affected. They do not know if they will still be in or out. So this is the time, this is the moment, this is the time that you're to the fore, to the front, yung ating role as an HR leader. Alam mo, pinag-uusapan natin yan sa PSTV, sa PMAP, sa ECOP, in all my seminars before. May oras, we have seminars on leadership. Yung HR kaya hindi nag-a-attend kasi ang iniisip, kung mainit yung sabaw, kung nandyan na yung next speaker, kung na-print na yung mga certificates. So, hindi alam yung what to do to be a leader. So this is what President Loy is telling us now, is reminding us now, is advising us now, and is challenging us now. Let us an HR, this is the time that we have really to carry the heart, put it in your system that we are HR leaders. People are banking on us. Management is banking on us. So dito papasok talaga yung short definition that HR is taking care of people. HR is actually malasakit, empathy. Okay, President Lloyd, naano ko nung I still have a question for you before we go to the next segment. Okay? Okay. So ano ngayon ang mga ano? So you told us about the competencies, you told us about the roles. Thank you for that. That was an advice. I was about to interject because, but you know, I don't want to cut you kasi baka mawala yung flow. Yung sabi ko nga, this is lunchtime. So siguro at this time tapos na sila kumain. Para lang kausap nila talaga nila. Hindi naman lola, it's the mother advising. You're so president. You're the mother actually of the people management. So ang tanong ko ngayon, sabay na natin. So what do you think now are the best practices that are being done? Because I know you are the president of PMAP and I know marami na nag-webinar sa atin. You can share with us what are the best practices and what are the problems that are encountered by HR now. Please, please.
Well, best practices actually, a lot of, I will start with our big brothers and sisters in the different industries, no? They've done a lot during the pandemic. The first blow of the quarantine period, they made sure that their people get their pay on time. And up to today, they're doing their utmost best. In fact, sad to learn that some of even our big brothers were really suffering financial loss. Uh, Maybe it's an open book. To give one good example, it's an open book since it was made public. Like our big brother JG Summit, under which is Cebu Pacific is under the wing of JG Summit. They have to give up. In fact, months before the giving up of or laying off of people, uh, They have offered the managers, the executives offered a cut of their own salaries just to save their people, just to sustain.
Grabe.
You could just imagine a
Yeah.
lot of sacrifice. And I am very proud to mention it. They are our big brother in the association. And they did it. Alam nila na kahit papaano, people need to eat. No? They need jobs. Sila kahit papaano, they can afford na, na hindi muna ma-receive nila yung kanilang full pay. And that is one good example. And another one big brother of ours, the Ayala Group, no? What they did is really to make sure not only to make sure that their people are safe, healthy, yung well-being nila because of the pandemic. They made sure that everything that they need has been provided, and that needed a huge amount. And you could just imagine yung some of their businesses, the malls, they've been closed for some time. They're not earning, but they have shelled out billions of pesos just to make
Yeah.
sure
It's a best practice. Yeah.
to protect their people. I'm talking now about our big brothers, but our we will majority of our members are small medium
Small
enterprise.
and medium.
Yes. And for hindi nangangahulugan dahil maliit tayo, nawawala yung ating puso. Past President Jesse, di ba? Marami din dun sa ating mga uh, member companies na maliliit lang, only small and medium, na talagang they sustain. Some are even giving groceries to them na walang ano yun. Out of the pocket of the owners, binibigay sa mga tao nila. Para na sa ganun, masigurado lang na may kakainin sila.
Okay.
Wala
So that
silang
means
pagsabi.
the best practices actually is the Filipino core, which is malasakit.
Malasakit.
Yes.
It's really malasakit. Yun
Okay.
ang pinakamalakas na ingredient natin panlaban dito sa sakit na nararamdaman natin ngayon because of this pandemic. Uh, we have to reach out. We have to continuously hold hands na hanggang maaari. But of course, pag ano na yan ng business, if you have 30,000 people,
Yeah.
sometimes you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
make a choice, a difficult choice. You have to let
Yes.
go
Yes.
of 1,000 just to save that 29,000 maybe.
Okay, okay. I am very sure in one way or another, marami pong best practices ang ginagawa natin sa membership. But you know, the one of the advocacy of this show is are for those who are actually members of associations, but for those who are listening, that they are aware of the HR function, but nobody's in charge. Good that the president of PMAP, the People Management Association of the Philippines, is advising us that the best practice actually is actually yung taking care, having a malasakit. By the way, I would like to mention, Pearly Mangkoy is watching us. Pearly, sana i-share mo ito so that other will also be able to learn from what we're discussing here. And of course, the president of yung hotel and restaurant na association, si Gloria Vacancy. Sana Ma'am Glo, Dean Glo, i-share natin ito doon sa mga HR ng hotel and restaurant schools. Okay. And then the last item that I would like to ask you, President Lloyd, what is happening now with PMAP? What are the up and coming events of PMAP? What are the initiatives that are you doing that are being done in PMAP now? Can we hear it from you?
Start with what we're doing, what we've been doing and what we are still doing now to keep connected and to be of service to our members. In fact, yesterday, in the president's report, we reported 48 webinars plus a digital summit and a lot more sponsored webinars. This all the topics that we have offered to our members and the general public. Remember, these are for free. Most of them are for free. Is based on pulse survey, meaning we just don't give them something gut feel lang siya. So, kailangan meron tayong basis. And most of these training programs are based on the results of the pulse surveys and our focus group discussions, yung mga FGDs natin. To provide our members reliable information on what other organizations are doing, yun ng mga best practices para may share natin sa kanila, no? Remember our first digital summit, we
Yeah, we have
invited.
JASA.
Yes. And you could just imagine what they've been doing, the best practices na shinare niya, no? And based on the results of these surveys and our focus group discussions, learning sessions, yung mga webinars natin are being offered. Related yan, directly related
Meron
sa
nga
outcome.
ako. Meron ako sa July 2. Meron pa
Yes.
ako President Loy, meron ako sa July 2. A
Wow,
webinar for sa which
that's
is
great.
the ROI of learning and development. So for those who would like to join me to register with PMAP, because I have one. It is one whole afternoon of the ROI of learning and development during this time. So when is our annual conference, President Loy?
Well, our annual conference, digital annual conference, we still don't have a definite date, but we would like to have it last quarter of the year.
I see.
Yes,
Wow.
last quarter of the
So
year. We will still be having some more summits, huh? So we had our first digital summit. We're coming up with another one. Maybe
wow.
another two digital summits in the making. Nasa pipeline na po natin yan. Please, we will make sure na marami po kayong mapupulot. You will be getting a lot of learnings because we would like our members, no? Yung pong mga kapatid natin sa profesyon to be kept informed and at the same time provide additional knowledge. Lahat tayo,
Okay.
continuous learning yan, di ba, President Jesse? Lahat tayo.
Okay.
Yung ilang taon mo at ilang taon ko pag pinagsama na natin, halos konti na lang, 100 years na. But
Okay.
we still have to learn. Continuous learning.
Okay. Can we have your message for them before we ask our acknowledgement sa iyo po? Kasi we're running out of time. President Loy, can we have your remarks or message? Very short message for the listeners, for the watching.
Karamihan po siguro ng mga nanonood ngayon or those people who are watching and listening to the program of past President Jesse are also our uh, kapatid, our fellow HR practitioners and people managers as well. So, hold on lang po tayo. People are relying so much on us. No? Being in the profession, when we choose to be in this profession sa HR, kailangan malaki po yung puso natin. Mahaba yung PC natin at malawak ang ating pangunawa at kaisipan about people issues. And this is the time, this is the test. Ito po yung talagang matetest kung gaano kagaling magtrabaho at mag-isip, gaano kabilis mag-isip ang mga HR practitioners. Saludo po ako sa lahat sa inyo. Maliban doon sa ating mga frontliners, past President Jesse, saludo rin ako sa ating mga HR practitioners because their battle is just about to start. Hindi pa talaga siya nandoon. Kaya preparation period tayo ngayon dahil nagbubukas konti-konti na yung ng ating ekonomiya and a lot of job has to be done. Ulitin ko po,
Okay.
bigat ang nasa mga shoulders natin, nasa balikat natin. Again, please be with your people. Stay connected and make them engaged. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Maraming salamat po, ladies and gentlemen, my friends. That was President of the People Management Association of the Philippines, Maria Luisa, Luisa Mila, I'm sorry, Luisa Mila Echevarria. Salamat po for giving us the time. Para ka bang nakipag-usap sa isang mami o mama mo habang you're taking lunch. Nakikita ko po dito, Ruel Mariano is listening. Ruel Mariano is a past board or trustee ng Philippine Society for Training and Development, and is actually yung head ng Chillax, a TikToker doon sa na ginagawa ng Philippine Society for Training and Development. And thank you, Joanna Manalak, of may nag-mention ka dito, you're appreciating the comprehensive and relevant pointers on HR leadership. And that is actually the topic for this episode. Okay, the third section, the segment, Lloyd, our producer, allow me to mag-over 3 minutes because we only have 3 minutes, so this is just 5 minutes. Is actually on the HR hotline. So it would be nice for those who are listening to us if you can chat or PM me your problems, your concerns. Now that we are having this work from home arrangements, or even what you are in your performance of your duty, so that we can have yung parang HR hotline. You call us and we'll give you the answer. Okay, and then dito muna tayo sa job fair. Edgar Franco, you are listening to us. Si Edgar po ay sa PSTD rin po yan. Napakahusay na trainer yan. Kaibigan ko yan. We are friends way back then. And when we meet, sayang nga, that's what I miss, the face-to-face. Okay, going back to the job fair. If you were watching us in the first episode, actually, it was our discussion. It came from me and Lloyd. But I asked past president of PMAP, Obet Policarpio, to define it to us. If you notice it, the job fair segment is not, the spelling is not F-A-I-R. It is F-A-R-E. Fair. Fair as in your ticket, your way to discern, to decide whether it is good for you, it is bad for you. So this is, when you say job fair, of course, the space is, there are people looking for people that can join them. Advertising. I did that before. I was in charge of the job fairs of Inquirer. But this time, I would like to change the mindset that job fair is for those who are looking for jobs. You have to look into that, discern, or have a thought that the job that you're applying, the job that you would like to acquire, where you want to be, is something that will lead you into, for your career, for your life. So it's your ticket for your life, so that it is a job fair. A lot of jobs that we sometimes apply and work, do, sometimes it unmakes us. So it is a job that should make you. And sometimes you were just looking for your ano lang, para lang mabuhay. So mayroon diyang available, kinuha mo at nagtrabaho ka. But sometimes it is not you. It is not your fare for your job. And life is too short. So ang job fair is, of course, mayroong bakante. Ang mayroon ko lang ngayon yung COFRAL. They are looking for a licensed engineer, galing kay Maribel, and then you can just log on to hr@cofral.ph. They're looking for a CAD operator, an engineer for their frameworks and scaffoldings. Oo nga, engineer ka, nag-apply ka doon. Tining mo, are you fitted for the job? Will it make or unmake you? So yun ang gustong sabihin po ng job fair, that there are opportunities for you to apply, to be recruited, kasi yung other end ka eh. Or for the HR naman, you are recruiting a person, pero now, on the HR slant, are we going to help that person? Kasi later on, this is the HR slant. After we acquire them, we have to develop them for the succession plan. So, kakawawa po ang sitwasyon na yung tao na ipasok mo, hindi naman parang para yan sa'yo. I'm very sure si Roel Mariano makaka-relate nito. Ako. Kasi di ba mayroong oras, yung nakailan ka ng lipat. Yung kantang, rivers belong where they can wander, eagles belong where they can fly. I like to be where my spirit can run free. Ito yon. Got to find my corner and the sky. Yun, napakanta tuloy ako. Yun po ang job fair eh. May oras, you really have to find that particular job that will fit you. Now, why is it? 2 minutes lang po kasi mag-e-end na tayo. So, marami po ngayon mariretrench. Duty ng HR is for you to take care of them. Hindi po drop them like a hot potato. Kaya po mayroon tayong segment dito na job fair. Malay mo, tell them. And a lot of them are experiencing it now. Engineers, staff, natuto rito sa lockdown, magluto, mag-online, mag-distribute. Why? Inspire them. Galing po ito sa ILO. New ways of doing work. Gigs. Yung ginagawa namin ni past President Lloyd Luna at ako. We are not in a corporate organization. We are freelancers. We are in the gig economy. So malay mo, yun ang sasabihin mo na, yung hindi lang naman yung napaka-corporate ng thinking natin. A job, pwede mong i-career ngayon. Sabi ko nga, yung labandera, naglalaba ka. Kung talagang mahusay ka maglaba, pwede mong i-career yung labahan. Si Ray Tadeo, may sulit wash. Diba? So yun po ang gustong sabihin ng job fair. But of course, for those who are listening habang libre pa, you can send here if you're still in need of people. I know there are a lot of organizations who are still looking for the right people to join their teams. Again, going back to our topic, the roles and competencies of an HR person, kailangan po yun. Kakasabi ko lang. The more that you have to be monitoring and make sure that the teams that you have are actually capable and actually contributing, the more that you have to do it. So, ang oras ay napakabilis. I would like again to thank you for listening. This is TTHS and we have 18 episodes. And share this to your HR friends. Because what we're going, ang ating topic po sa Saturday is more on work life kasi it's Saturday. So you tune in, you watch us kasi it's parang there is a lockdown, so level up your being happy working from home. Di ba work-life balance? Ito ngayon, work from home balance. Work from home life balance. So with that, thank you very much. I am a Bicolano, Diyos mabalos po. And then be very, take care of yourself and make sure you are safe. Again, you are in the new channel and this is the HR Hotline. Rebustillo po. just marvelous.